Last week, the JMU Dukes suffered a heartbreaking loss at Georgia Tech, but you know what? This week we're facing Syracuse. For all intents and purposes, this should be a beatdown, but there's one little hiccup. Chase Sinclair is starting this week, at least for the first half, because Joe Disher is benched for the entire first half of this game because he threw a fit in Georgia Tech's locker room. He trashed some of their stuff, and Coach Mike Houston says, look, there's no room for that. You're benched for half of this week's game, so we'll see what happens when the Duke don't have their starting quarterback for the very beginning of the game. Could it be the beginning of a quarterback switch? I don't know. A lot of you guys have asked for it. We'll see what happens. Now, JMU right now is the 12th ranked pass offense in the league, but right now at 92, the rushing offense leaves a lot to be desired. So Cardon Johnson's going to get a heavy dose of running the ball today. We haven't used him in recent weeks, so we're going to make sure we have him help out our rookie quarterback, Chase Sinclair. A beautiful pass to John Miller from Sinclair. The freshman is looking on the point today. And here in second and 9, we go to a halfback screen, back to Cardon Johnson. Cardon Johnson with plenty of room and great blocking, finds a way to get another first down. This drive is going incredibly smooth. Now first and 10 again, Sinclair drops way back, throws him to the left-hand side. John Miller's there. John Miller is stopped just at the 1-yard line. Probably, honestly, even at the half-yard line, but a second reception of the day for him. So on the goal line, you know who you have to give it to. We're going to hand this one off to Cardon Johnson, and Cardon Johnson gets his first rushing touchdown of the day. It's so good to see Cardon Johnson back involved in the offense. We went away from him. Coach Mike Houston has doubled down this week and says Cardon Johnson will be running the ball plenty. Now on defense, we've got to step it up, and Charles Tudd and Brett Siegel get a big stop there at the beginning of the game. Now second and 9, a read option here. Looks like he's going to try running up the middle, but this time Curtis Oliver comes in with a big sack on Austin Wilson. Now Wilson this time feels the pressure and immediately gets rid of it. The JMU pass defense right now is looking pretty good. I can't believe I'm even saying that. Now second and 7, JMU has the ball back. Ishmael Hyman goes back to the backfield. Sinclair in the read option. Has some room here. He's going to keep this one on himself, though. Gets lit up, but don't worry. Sinclair, he's kind of a tank. He's a bigger body quarterback, so he should be able to take those blows. Now second and 7, a beautiful ball to Ishmael Hyman here. What a comeback route. Ishmael Hyman, for all intents and purposes, should be the best route runner on the squad. Now second and 7, we go deep here, but this one is nearly intercepted. We got lucky on that one. It's going to be 4th and 10. That forces us to kick a long field goal. Payne is going to line up. He gets full power. This one, he kicks it up. This one's going to be close. And this one is just short of the marker, so close. We should know at this point, 45 to 48 yards is probably as long as Payne can kick at this point in his career. Now a big stop by Aries Cole, getting a tackle for a loss there in the backfield. On second and 11, Phillips goes in motion. Wilson with the shotgun. Throws to the left-hand side, right over Curtis Oliver's head. Winfield holds that one in for a 22-yard gain. Now second and 5, looks like they changed the play up a little bit. Syracuse needs a big play here. They're looking downfield all the time in the world. They throw in deep, and this time Strickland goes up top. Dante Strickland with the best catch of the game so far. Now first and 10, first quarter's coming to a close. We go for the hit stick, and Branch is going to miss that one. Ishmael gets into the end zone on a 19-yard passing touchdown. Austin Wilson so far in today's game only has one incompletion. He's looking pretty good so far. Now Sinclair's back in the game, looking for something, throws it to the right-hand side. This time he finds Jordan Dotson. Jordan Dotson, about time you get involved in this offense. A 26-yard touchdown reception. If we're going to win today, we need a big game from that young fella. Now second and 4, the start of the second quarter. What is Sinclair doing? He throws it off the defender. He picks it up, though. Look at Chase Sinclair. What is he doing? Throws the option off the defender, picks it back up, and somehow still gets the first down. Luck just might be on this dude's side. Now Sinclair rolls to the right-hand side. Plenty of room here. He's going to try and get out of bounds, but he can't. He turns up the field, and Sinclair fumbles it. Winfield picks this one up, and no one is going to catch Winfield. What a mistake by the freshman QB. The defense gets up. They pick up that fumble, and they march it all the way down the field for a touchdown. Corey Winfield in on that play. What a turn of events. In the crowd, you can feel it. They're shifting behind Syracuse. They're feeling like a win is possible today against the top 25 team in JMU. Now Sinclair throws one deep, and this one is intercepted on the next drive after fumbling it. It goes for a touchdown. Sinclair throws a deep ball, and Coach Mike Houston has to talk to his young quarterback. Says, look, just settle down. Watch the defensive backs on that. You can't throw another interception and turn the ball over at this point. Now Wilson does find himself to get a first down after a 12-yard run. 5 minutes left here in the second quarter. They go to a halfback screen, but Kyrie Hawkins nearly intercepts that. What a deflection. Would have preferred to get the interception there. Possibly could have been for a touchdown, but still a great defensive play by Kyrie Hawkins. This ball's thrown deep, and Rashad Jean Jr. nearly intercepted. The receiver almost grabbed it on the way down, but still, it's an incomplete pass. What a play by Rashad Jean Jr. Now on 4th and 10, they're going for a field goal. They kick this one deep. This one's going to be close, and they say this one is no good. So a 14-7 lead still for Syracuse. JMU's back on offense. They throw in deep, and this time Sinclair finds a receiver on his own team to get that completion. Now first and 10 again. Sinclair looks for something across the middle. He finds John Miller. John Miller is having a huge game so far. Another reception, 11 yards on that play. 3 for him so far, but he's killing it. Those routes are looking money. Now Sinclair again goes a little bit of an underneath route to Sean McMahon. McMahon is going to find his way down to nearly the 15-yard line. Now inside the red zone on 1st and 10, Sinclair needs something big here. He rolls to his right-hand side. He's going to keep this one, it looks like, but he throws it instead, and this time he finds John Miller, who gets multiple feet down. What a play by John Miller. Again, this dude has been clutch so far for Chase Sinclair. Now in the red zone, we hand it off, and this time Cardon Johnson gets his second rushing touchdown of the day. Hasn't had too many carries so far, but 2 of those carries have turned into touchdowns. That was 4 yards on that attempt. Now 14-14 ball game, Syracuse with the rock back. They throw a beautiful pass out to the left-hand side, and Lawrence drags both feet. That, people, is an NFL catch. Now 1st and again for Wilson to the right. This time Lawrence again. Lawrence is all over the field. Can someone please stop him? The JMU passing defense looked good on that first drive, but since then, they have been super suspect. But still, we get a stop in the backfield. So 4th and 8, Syracuse is forced to kick a field goal. This one is up. They missed the earlier one, but this one is going to be good. Their kicker's now 1 for 2 on the ball game, and that makes things a little interesting. So going nearly into halftime, we have 1:30 left. Syracuse is up 17-14. Stephen Weldon's going to field the kickoff. He's going to move his way to the left-hand side. He's going to cut back to the right, goes back to the left-hand side. What a return by Weldon. That's exactly what we need. 41 yards on that return. Gives us pretty decent field position. Now John Miller lines up at receiver, catches a beautiful ball there for 21 yards. Sinclair needs something big. He's had multiple turnovers today. He throws another interception. Winfield, the dude that picked up the fumble earlier, is going to get that interception. Finds his way down to nearly the midfield marker. So 45 seconds left. Syracuse has a chance to do something big here. Wilson gets hit on this play, throws it in. Look at this, Charles Tutt. Maurice Cole in on the pressure. Charles Tutt's going to pick this one off. Only one person that can actually catch him, and we get a great block to make sure that Charles Tutt gets another interception back for a touchdown. What a play by Charles Tutt. He has consistently been the most elite cornerback on our team. He shows he's a ball hawk there. So going into halftime, a 21-17 lead for JMU, but we have to do more. This is a team that we should be blowing out. Offensively, we've done okay, but the turnovers have definitely hurt us. And 1 second to 4, Wilson back on offense, throws one, and it's another pass, this time to Ishmael. Over 150 passing yards so far in the day, but he's killing us on the ground game too. And here he's going to jump over Anker. We get him on the late hit, but still he gets the first down just past the marker. They hand it off to Phillips this time. Phillips goes up the middle, gets a first down, but is stopped by Curtis Oliver. With 4 minutes left here in the third, Wilson needs something here. There was a short check down pass to Strickland. Strickland's going to again get the first down. Can the JMU passing offense or the passing defense actually step up? We're going to see here in the red zone. Now read option by Wilson. We have a 4-point lead. He's going to try to go in, and he destroys the defensive back on that play. Things are not looking good here in the second half. Syracuse comes out with an incredibly strong drive. You thought our defense would step up? Well, apparently you thought wrong on that one. Now 1st and 10 back for JMU. John Miller again, another reception. I don't think the defense for Syracuse has any opportunity to stop this dude. 6 receptions, 111 yards. The only person that can stop that dude would be himself. Now Joe Disher back on offense, pitches it out to Sean McMahon. Sean McMahon's going to try to spin that one through, but still gets nearly a first down, 8 yards on that rush. You go up to flip the play on the opposite side. This one's going to be, looks like a read option. Joe Disher's going to hold on to it. Joe Disher's going to keep going. Joe Disher is going to go. Joe Disher is in here in the second half. If you guys didn't see, in the first half, he had to sit down due to the infraction he had at Georgia Tech, but this time he gets a huge run. That's over 100 rushing yards in the day for the entire offense. What a play so far by Syracuse, or by JMU. Now Kyrie Hawkins on defense gets a beautiful interception. He's going to hold that one in, stops it with 2 minutes left in the third quarter. That's the second turnover for Syracuse, and Kyrie Hawkins gets a big play for JMU. We just scored on offense. Kyrie Hawkins gets in there and gets a nice interception. So now we have a 4-point lead, and we're marching down the field. The ball across the middle goes to Drew Coates. Haven't seen much of Drew Coates today, but still a 19-yarder for him. Now 2nd and 9, handoff fake to, looks like Joe Disher's going to keep this one. He's trying to get the first down again, but gets stopped just shy of the marker to make it 3rd and 1. So 3rd and 1, we need something. Joe Disher finds his man. He sees Jordan Dotson, but Jordan Dotson gets hit super hard, and he drops that one. Syracuse has to feel good, but Coach Mike Houston says we're going for it on 4th down. So we go to the read option. Joe Disher goes to the left, but he's stopped instead in the backfield. So it's a turnover on downs. Will that be a risky maneuver? We will see, but it did not pay all for us there. Now a good stop on 2nd down makes it 3rd and 3. Austin Wilson's back there, gives it off to Phillips this time, and a big hit by Kyrie Hawkins. What a stop there by the JMU defense. That makes it 4th and inches. Will Syracuse go for it? The answer is no. They actually punt the ball, so we have it with great field position back after a good Stephen Weldon return. Now Cardon Johnson in the open field. Look at him breaking tackles. Cardon Johnson gets down inside the 20. This dude had no business catching that ball and then getting down as far as he did, but what a huge play, and what a nice throw by Joe Disher. Now 2nd and 9, Disher rolls to the left-hand side, pressure's in his face. He sees a man deep, he throws it, Jordan Dotson catches it, gets hit hard, but this time he holds on to the rock. So with under 5 minutes left, we have a 4-point lead, we're in scoring territory. Now 2nd and goal, Joe Disher sees something, throws it to the right, and this time John Miller gets another reception. How many catches does John Miller have today? too many if you're the Syracuse defense. A big catch though by him. Joe Disher is looking poised. I haven't said that in a long time, but he's playing mistake-free so far. But Brett Siegel in on the hit on defense. Rashad G. Jr. is going to pick it up, and Rashad G. Jr. is going to run this one back. What a difference in the second half for the JMU defense. The first drive in the second half was pretty bad, but since then the defense has stepped up huge. Charles Tutt, Rashad G. Jr. and the rest of the team has made some huge plays here. Now with 3:45 left, JMU is up 42-24. They're going to throw in deep though for Syracuse, and look at that, Curtis Lawrence again, another big reception. Now, Syracuse needs something big here, but Aries Cole gets his 7th sack of the season on that play. The true freshman is an unstoppable force right now. Now 2nd and 18, Wilson again throws to the left-hand side. This one, though, is going to be intercepted again. The JMU defense with multiple interceptions, multiple turnovers, though. Syracuse now has 4 turnovers on the day, and the JMU defense is playing lights out. We hand this one off to Cardon Johnson. He's going to spin his way through, gets the first down, and a little bit more on that play. Now 2nd and 10, back to the read option because it's working. We hand it off to Cardon Johnson. Look at Cardon Johnson into the open field. His longest run of the day is going to be 26 yards there. Now nearly into the red zone, we get it off to Cardon Johnson again because you know what? If it's worked, why not keep going to him? So a 10-yard rush there, 2nd and inches. Disher rolls to the right, throws it off his back foot to Drew Coates, looking like a young Brett Favre there. I would not advise him to throw too many throws off his back foot, but that one does work. On 1st and goal, we hand it off this time to Cameron King, and Cameron King, the true freshman, gets another rushing touchdown of the season. Even though he's not the starter, even though he doesn't get too many carries throughout the year, he gets a big one there and scores a touchdown to seal this game for us. Now, Cardon Johnson is the player of the game, over 80 rushing yards, 2 touchdowns, 4 receptions for 50 yards. Joe Disher, though, did not play in the first half due to an infraction of the team. Coach Mike Houston benched him in the first half, but played really well in the second half. Chase Sinclair played solid, but the turnovers kind of hurt him. Cardon Johnson balled out today, as well as Joe Disher on the running game, but John Miller was the story. 7 receptions for 119 yards and 1 touchdown. Curtis Oliver led us in tackles. Brett Siegel had a forced fumble. Charles Tutt had a nice one. And also Rashad Jean Jr. killed us. So if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. And I will catch you guys on the very next JMU football video.